Okay, the first part of this video, we looked at solving linear equations without kind of fractions, and I want to do a second part, which just kind of pushed it on a little bit further, where we have fractions involved. Okay, which just creates a little bit of an extra layer that you have to work through. So basically, solving, the key thing here is the word solving. Solving, basically, you just want to strip everything away and be left with an x equals something. Okay, so we're trying to solve this, so we're trying to get rid of the fractions, the minuses, the minus 2's, everything basically in sight, and just leave an x by itself. Okay, so to get rid or remove the fractions, and again, the purpose of removing those fractions is to release these x's here, so the 2x and the 3x are stuck together in this fraction, and we want to break that connection and allow us to get x by itself. So we look at 3 and 5 and say, okay, 3 and 5, what number could we multiply both of those, each term, this term, and the other term, 1 on the other side, by, so that we would be able to break these fractions, alright, or get rid of the 3 and the 5. So that's called the lowest common multiple or lowest common denominator, whichever you want. Okay, so the lowest common multiple of 3 and 5, the LCM, or if you like, the lowest common denominator of 3 and 5 is 15. Okay, now we don't involve 1 in this because it's 1. Okay, if it was say 1 over 2, then that would be the lowest common denominator of 3, 5 and 2 that we have to find. But because it's 1, it doesn't affect our answer. So 3 and 5 is 15. So basically we're going to multiply every term by 15. So we have 15 times 2x minus 2 over 3 minus 15 times 3x minus 1 over 5 equals 15 times 1. Alright, now a couple of things to note here. The 15 I've put opposite the top line, the denominator, because 15 technically is 15 over 1. Okay, whole numbers are over 1, just like the 1 is 1 over 1 and the 15 is 15 over 1. Alright, so just to be clear, these small little things, the 15 is in line with 2x minus 2, and it's attached by multiplication, the 3 is attached by division. Okay, the 15, again, I'd always put them to the left of whatever I'm multiplying it by, in between the negative there and the term. 15 is multiply and the 5 is attached by division. 15 is attached by multiplication. So we've multiplied every term, but in theory, okay, we just leave it as it is and we say, okay, rather than actually go multiplying 15 by 2x and 15 by 3x and so on, is there any way to kind of save ourselves a bit of time? Okay, so we can say that 3 can divide into 15 5 times. Okay, so 3 divides into 15 5 times. That would leave a 1 down here in the bottom and a 5 up there. 5 divides into 15 3 times. That would leave a 1 down the bottom here and a 3 up the top. So rather than having to multiply by 15 and then divide by 3, I've ended up with a simpler sum where I just have to multiply 2x minus 2 by 5. I just had to multiply 3x minus 1 by 3, or in this case minus 3, and then I just 15 and by the 1 hasn't changed. So I'm just going to rewrite that without all the kind of mess involved. So we have 5 times 2x minus 2, and because there's a 1 underneath here and a 1 underneath here, we can just dispense with them. They are there, we just don't need them, we don't need to keep highlighting the fact that they're there. And 15 times 1 is just 15 on the right hand side, so we can just move on with that a little bit. So again, because the x's and the x here are stuck locked inside this bracket, we have to now go and multiply out or expand out those brackets. So 5 multiplied by 2x is 10x, 5 multiplied by minus 2 is minus 10, minus 3 by minus 3x is minus 9x, minus 3 by minus 1 is plus 3, and then on the other side we still have our 15. Okay, and again, it's crucial that you're multiplying everything left and right, left side and right side, by 15, not just forgetting about the 1 on the right hand side. Okay, so that's turned to 15. Then, as we've done before, we're looking for our like terms. So we have 10x and we have minus 9x. 10 of them, take away 9 of them, that leaves us with one of them, 1x. And then we have minus 10 plus 3. So minus 10 plus 3 is minus 7. And we still have the 15 on the right hand side. So again, we're just trying to get our answer as 1x or x, so we don't need or want this minus 7 hanging around. So again, how is it attached to the x? It's attached by subtraction. We remove it by doing the inverse operation, which is addition. So we have 1x or x minus 7 plus 7. And again, because we know all about balancing left and right sides, we do the same to the other side. So we have 1x minus 7 plus 7, that's just x. So we have x equals 15 and 7 is 22. So our solution is x equals 22. And that's how you solve a linear equation involving fractions.